Super Mario Brothers. Whee!
Hey there, welcome to my review of the fantastic Nintendo platformer New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It's been many years since a 2D Mario platformer has been on a Nintendo home console, and much like its predecessors, it is not a letdown. New Super Mario Bros. Wii is, as you guessed, a platforming game, and plays very similar to its previous entries. The objective of the game is to rescue none other than the Princess of the Mushroom Kingdom from the oversized turtle thing known as Bowser. Big surprise there. Anyway, the game is played by holding the Wiimote either sideways, or using the Wiimote nunchuck combination. Personally, I prefer using the Wiimote sideways because the control scheme with the Wiimote and nunchuck is just not quite right and doesn't feel very good with a 2D platformer. But that's just me. Moving on, there are 8 worlds to play through to complete the game, with an additional world unlocked once you beat the 8th world. Each world has its own unique theme, gradually getting harder as you progress through the game. Trust me, Nintendo really tried to challenge gamers this time around, especially with the dreaded 9th world. Man, I hate this place. When controlling Mario using the Wiimote sideways, he is moved with the D-pad, jumps with the 2 button, and runs when you hold down the 1 button. Oh, and did I mention this time around that you can play with 3 other players simultaneously? This is probably the biggest difference between New Super Mario Bros. Wii and its predecessors. When playing multiplayer, this game can get very chaotic and frustrating, especially if you're an experienced Mario player paired up with a newcomer. Often, the experienced player will have to either wait for the newcomer or go grab them and help. The multiplayer itself is fun and can be a ride at times, but it has its fair share of flaws. Generally, in every world there are about 8 levels, with one being the mid-castle and the other being the boss castle. With each one of those comes a boss, and the boss is pretty much the same, except on the final castle it's a little different because it adds a bit of extra oomph to it. Generally, most of the battles are hardly even a challenge. I mean, even an inexperienced player could beat it within a try or 2. But anyway, overall, gameplay is fun and enjoyable for all players. The graphics in New Super Mario Bros. Wii are colorful and vivid. They aren't quite as polished and pretty as something like Mario Galaxy, but whoever said the Wii was a graphics powerhouse anyway. The environments in the background usually look very nice, and are easy on the eyes, but the textures on the enemies in Mario, etc. could use a bit more work. Graphics work well with the type of game it is, so really, for a Wii game, it's pretty good. The music in New Super Mario Bros. Wii is quite average for a Mario game in my opinion. It's kinda like a hit and miss kinda thing. Things like the forest level. Really appealed to me because it fits the level and has a catchy tune. Others just seemed a little plain and not so catchy. The music in the game isn't bad, just not quite as good as I hoped it would be. For a 2D Mario platformer, there is a surprisingly large amount of replayability. Once the game is beaten, you have the option to go back to each level and collect the 3 hidden star coins in each level. Take it from me, these things are well hidden and can be hard to find. And if you really want to complete the game, just get every star coin in the world to unlock the stages in World 9. Then, once you get all the star coins, try your luck at World 9. Trust me, it's quite difficult at times. I'm happy with the amount of replayability that Nintendo threw into this game. It's good for people who enjoy a challenge. Overall, New Super Mario Bros. Wii proves that Nintendo is still the king of platforming games. With flawless controls, an entertaining multiplayer, colorful graphics, a decent soundtrack, and an excellent amount of replayability, Nintendo really hit a home run with this game. I would definitely recommend this game and reward it with a 4.5 out of 5 with the title of Uber Awesome.